6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is good, everyone? It is your boy Politic Hot alongside my guy, Mr. Joey Woods, Mr. Moyafit Chris Wilson will be joining us momentarily. We are Still Steps coming to you live on a beautiful Friday WrestleMania weekend. We are here, Mr. Joey Woods. How you doing this evening, sir?
I am doing good.
Is that it?
I don't know if this is real or if this is people just.
Wait, we got breaking news right out the back of the show.
It says Donald Trump will make an appearance at WrestleMania 41.
That honestly, that doesn't shock me. I kind of speculated that probably what happened, especially after the last couple of days with the headlines been with some interviews that had taken place this week. So honestly, that doesn't even surprise me. But
we'll see if it's true or not, because Pat McAfee mentioned it.
Yeah.
Supposedly, the report that just dropped 29 minutes ago said local law enforcement source tells us there is currently no plans for enhanced security for a presidential visit. So I mean, even if he wants to surprise visit, you need to get it approved with like Secret Service and shit. So it's not just something that someone can just show the fuck up like, oh, we're going to WrestleMania tonight. Like, you're the president. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah. Anyway, if they even make that a spectacle, that's a bathroom break for me. But in any case, we are Still Steps coming to you live this evening on All at the Talk Sports Network. WrestleMania weekend. We are finally here. I don't know if anyone, been tuned in over the last couple of weeks. Going into this WrestleMania weekend, it was a little bit lackluster in a way with how certain storylines were developing. I will say, as the week kicked off, and we got the WrestleCon events, the collective going on. Those events started to pique my interest as far as like really getting me set for Saturday and Sunday's events. So I'm not gonna say like I'm totally off the ledge, but I do have great interest to see what's going to happen this weekend, because I feel like, to me, and I could get your take on this, just like your overall expectations on WrestleMania this weekend. I just feel like the theme is going to be expect the unexpected, and like there's going to be a host of surprises to take place because I mean, you think about everything that went on this week, like there's been a lot of talk, but there hasn't really been like that much of action, behind the talk. So, I feel like we're going to get, superstars to throw down, but also think like there's going to be like a host of plot twists to take place this week.
Yeah, I feel like, right? Like, I feel like leading up to WrestleMania every year, there's always like that, like you're waiting for the shoe to drop, right? Like, you think back to years ago when Brock finally made his return to wrestling, right? He did the Raw after, right? But there was always rumbling leading up to that WrestleMania that he may have returned, right?
Right.
Then it didn't happen at Mania, but it happened the Monday after. There's nothing right now that I can see or even think that's like, oh shit, this may happen. Last year it was Will Stone Cold appear. Who's gonna help Cody Rhodes in the main event? You knew it was gonna be someone, and it was just wondering who. This year I don't know. Maybe like, is The Rock gonna appear? Maybe the shoe that could drop is, will someone else join The Rock's group or whatever clan, whatever they're calling themselves now? Like, maybe that's a possibility. But
Right.
outside of that, I agree. There's not really like that, oh shit, this could happen, right? Like, maybe like Paul Heyman joining Seth and leaving, but that's kind of been hinted at so much now that I don't know if it's truly a shocker anymore. You know, it's been beat over the head repeatedly at this point to where that's not a shocking outcome anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do because you need some kind of shock, right? You know, you
Yeah.
got Brock beating Undertaker at WrestleMania, and that was a shock, stuff like that. I don't know if we have that this year.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, and we could talk about that a little bit more when we get into the undisputed title match taking place on Sunday. But you want to just jump right in? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Go into
real quick.
night number one.
There is one thing
Mhm.
that I could be like, oh shit, that could happen. I would be a little shocked. Sorry, I'm trying to share out our post, but I keep getting distracted. And then I'm writing like gibberish. I'm like, let me just stop for a minute until you start talking again, and then I'll share it out. But the one thing that could happen that I'd be like, all right, they got me. I was a little shocked.
I got a feeling you about to say what my potential theory is going to be when we talk about it.
If the Rey Mysterio match, Rey Mysterio unmasks him, and it's not Gable,
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
it's someone totally different, I'll be like, okay, you got me there. Because remember, I sent you a picture this week.
Yeah, with the tattoo on the back.
At one point, there's a tattoo on the back, which is Gable's. But at another point, a different angle, there's a guy, and there's no tattoo to be found. So is there currently two, whatever they called him,
Is that El Grande Americano?
like I don't know, you know, that's the only thing that like from the mid card match, that's the only thing I actually care about, other than maybe the US 4-way.
Right. Look, we wouldn't have something like this not since Doink. And how ironic that was WrestleMania 9 when they had the two Doinks in Vegas.
Yes, with
Like,
they did the mirror and stuff.
yeah. You know, and after watching that spectacle, for some reason I came away thinking, like, you know what? Why do I feel like they're going to somehow pay homage to this WrestleMania event, and you know what I mean, various ways at this you know, I mean, at this WrestleMania? For some reason I can see that. And by you talking about the two El Grandes, like I can see them doing something like that where it'll be like someone totally different. But yeah, like that would be wild if they in fact do that. Like that would definitely be wild. So, but let's jump right into night number one.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 41 going down at Allegiant Stadium on Saturday, April 19th, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific time, streaming exclusively on Peacock. Hey, Peacock, don't y'all want to sponsor us here at Still Steps? Like that'd be super dope, man. You know, y'all can put us on y'all on demand. So Peacock right here, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sponsor the fellas. Greatly appreciate it.
We don't even, I mean, like Peacock is a little ambitious, right? That's like big leagues, right? I'd be cool with like IWTV, Triller, you know what I mean? Like,
man, Peacocks across the world. We're gonna be part of the world, Craig. Part of the world. Like,
I get it, bro, but that's like
you nervous now. We ain't even there.
bro, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta drop a few LBs before I can be on Peacock.
Oh, stop it. Man, look, there's no discrimination on Peacock, not to my knowledge. But but yeah, so actually we got Moyo Fit, you know what I mean? Just popping in. Hold up, bring them up. Actually, I thought I brought them up. There you go. Can you hear it?
What's up, boys?
Chill it, man. Don't be tardy for the party no more. It's like, no.
I'm glad to see you're alive, bro. Last time I saw you were in a car just
It's like, no, you saw me after that.
Damn.
Have I?
Yes, you did.
I was about to say, wasn't it the post show or?
I don't think I did, bro.
Yeah, it was a post show. I saw
The weekend after that, I went to
GCW.
GCW and it was me, Hawk, and Roy.
Yeah, I saw you the week after that.
What? We'll have to check.
You know what? He's right. That was 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, because that was when we had the ledge conversation.
Yeah,
You're right. I was
Yeah.
late though, right? I was a little late.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
That was crazy. I was like, that was a bad night.
Too much Tara Monica?
Yeah, I was old fashions, man.
Oh,
Old fashions.
stepping it up there.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I did not even know that happened. I was just like,
Bro, you had me genuinely concerned. Like, you can ask anyone. I was like, is he okay? Like, we should, like, stop the show and check on him or something else. And Hawk was like, he'll be all right.
No, like I thought he was good, like because he was just talking, like everybody was in conversation, like was
That's
chilling, like
that's how fast it happened. I couldn't like just I'm talking, I'm into. I'm like oh my god, John Cena turned heel, and next thing I know, I'm over at a friend's house. I'm all out like in Chamonix, and and I was like this. I come back into his house because I was in my car. And he was like, oh, how'd the podcast go? I was like, I think it went all right.
oh my god,
Yo, real quick, because I'm like having a field day doing this shit, bro. When you do hashtags in the wrestler's name, they show you their little heads right now.
yeah, they displayed it for Mania weekend.
Yeah, I'm like having a field day. It's even all different names I can think of that have their heads on there.
Oh my god,
Let's see if Penta has it.
Shoot.
No.
But all right, but now let's jump into this card. I know we got night 1, night 2 to 10 but disclaimer to anyone watching, like some of the mid undercards, like we're not going to spend too much time. Like we're going to get to the ones that to the meat and potatoes
Yeah.
that really matter. Like this match right here, this triple threat match with Roman Reigns going up against Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. A lot of chatter about this match. And we were just talking about this, Joey, as far as like, a lot of the rumors, the speculations, as far as Paul Heyman possibly aligning himself with Seth Rollins, him coming out, as the heel.
Yeah.
That being possibly predictable at this point. I'll let you kick it off. Thoughts, predictions on this particular match.
Yeah, I think overall I say why, right? Like I get how all these guys kind of intertwine with each other, right? Like, Roman and Seth, that's been told. Seth and CM Punk. I mean, I just said that. Seth and CM Punk have been told, CM Punk and Roman with the Paul Heyman aspect, but I just didn't think you had to jumble it all up together. I felt like it was fine being all separate. It's going to be a good match, don't get me wrong. Probably going to be some wild shit that happens. Just because it's the main event, right? You have men's titles. They're taking a backseat to this match.
Yeah.
So some kind of firework is going to happen. I think that firework's going to be Paul Heyman turning and leaving with Seth. Seth going back to kind of the heel mantra, maybe even I wouldn't be shocked if he dropped the song. Like, fuck you fans, you ain't singing my shit anymore. Something, you know what I mean? Like, full blown, like, heel turn. So,
yeah,
that's where I see it going. Or I could lean towards CM Punk embracing the full blown heel, walking out with Paul Heyman and leaving everyone in his wake. Either one would shock me. All I know is Roman's going to come out of this match looking like the biggest babyface in the company, which is what they wanted to do.
Gotcha. So you leaning? So that's Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. I'm gonna say Seth.
Gotcha. Chris, who you got?
I'm leaning towards CM Punk. Listen, I think Punk's gonna win. I think there's gonna be a spot in the match where Heyman gets involved, where it seems like that old thing of he's trying to help Roman, but somehow help CM Punk, and it was like something like weird, like he'll try to slide in a chair or something like Roman will like command him. Roman's gonna command him to do something pretty much.
Yeah,
it's like do this now, like do it, get the chair or something, whatever the thing is, like get it now. He tries to give it to him, but it like goes just far enough to where either it goes past Roman or it gets like in between him and Punk. So it's kind of like who was he giving it to, like that. And like everybody's looking like, oh, what's happening? And somehow Punk, Rollins gets involved, does something, Punk takes advantage, but I do think Punk pins Roman Reigns to win the match. So he doesn't pin Seth, he pins Roman. And then that, like, when he does that, he gives this look to Paul, like almost a, thanks, buddy. but and Paul's just there with the look like, oh my God, what just happened? Walks out of there because I think, like, I'm always still that old long term storybooking. I think is a setup eventually for Punk versus Cena. I know we'll get into that later on with Cena and Cody. I think they're just gonna do a throwback. I think with Cena, his final months, they're gonna do like throwback matches of nostalgia. Him, Punk, him, Randy Orton, stuff like that. So even they throw maybe as like a little throwaway match, they throw in him and the Miz one time for old time's sake. So for all that, I'm gonna say CM Punk wins. Some shenanigans, nothing crazy to where it's like that's the only reason why he won, but some little sleight of hand type stuff. And I do think he pins Roman to win.
Interesting takes.
Real quick, Hawk, before you go though, I could say one last thing about this match. My only fear is if Seth does not leave with Paul in this match, right? I feel like he's over in this match. I feel like he comes out of this lesser of the whole match, because like the whole thing has been Paul Heyman, and they kind of had to throw Seth that little favor last week or 2 weeks ago, and to kind of make it seem like he belonged in the storyline. But I just worry, like, if Seth does not leave with Heyman, I worry about him coming out here lesser than he did going in.
Right.
Yeah.
Which
this might be the match that puts him to the straight heel side, though. Either way.
Yeah.
See, so I'm actually going with Seth Rollins too. I do believe, like, what I mean, like, to what you were saying, Chris, as far as like Paul having that role, as far as like sliding the chair in the ring, possibly between both Roman and CM Punk. I can actually see something like that happening, but I can also see where like a double swerve can happen, where you set up that moment between both Roman and Punk, not understanding who in fact Heyman was trying to give the chair or whatever item that they're using in that particular spot. But then once both Roman and Punk, are pretty much, face to face during this particular moment, I could see Heyman doing something on a side where maybe he slides something else to Seth, which then causes the impact to knock out both I'm sorry, not Seth, CM Punk and Roman Reigns to get the win. And something like this can happen. I feel like that keeps Seth level at a top spot. Roman and Punk, honestly, they're kind of guinea pigged in the baby face, so it's almost like they really ain't got much to lose. Even if they were to lose at WrestleMania, it's almost a win because they're still going to print the paper. But I feel like in this particular match, this is to keep Seth thriving and and what I mean, through with the long-term story developing. But I don't want to steal this from Bully, but I heard this earlier in the week, as far as like maybe Heyman may be in the market of developing a new faction of his own. How he's always got that eye for elevating new talent. Like, is it possible this is something that we could see where Seth becomes the nucleus of this new faction, and then more to come when what we may see this weekend? Which I do got a little theory on this too with the Cody match, but we could circle back on that a little bit later. So 2 for Seth, 1 for CM Punk. Next up, we got Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time, defending the title against one Charlotte Flair. Prior to this match, I'll be honest. I was leaning towards possibly Tiffy, getting the victory, but the way the fans been on Charlotte's head, I was like booing the shit out of her, like just like really showing her no love. I feel like Triple H is going to take advantage of this moment, and hey, look, he prints paper, and I feel like Charlotte is going to win this match. Also, too, overall, like the two Mike work over the last couple of weeks, selling this story wasn't the best at all. Like they, was botching most of the promos. So like it was just a bad lead up. But I will say, like what Charlotte did last week, as far as like beating the brakes off of Tiffany Stratton, I said this. I said, listen, like what how she came out, just beating the brakes off her and just not really pandering to the crowd and stuff. Like that's what she should have been doing. Like, but I think
got a
Charlotte.
theory for this, Hawk.
Yeah, I got Charlotte. What's your theory on this?
So the reason I was like geeking out a little bit over here was because someone just texted me a picture of a commercial that happened just now on SmackDown. So I think Tiffy wins.
You talking about SummerSlam?
No.
Oh.
So I think Tiffy wins, right? But I think because we get a returning Becky Lynch. So it was a Chime commercial.
Okay.
Airing
I did
during
see that.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
For some reason, someone bought tickets to meet Becky Lynch on the Chime commercial. Becky hasn't been on Wrestle for almost a full year now.
Right.
Look at the date in the bottom of that ticket.
I can't actually see it.
It says May 23rd, 2025.
Interesting. So what's that? Saturday night's main event weekend, if I'm not mistaken?
Why would Chime
right
have something with Becky Lynch when she hasn't been in wrestling for almost a year?
True.
You know what I mean? So to me, and Becky came out this week and weirdly said, "Oh, WrestleMania's happened this week, and I'm not wrestling. I'm tired."
Oh yeah.
We knew you weren't wrestling. You haven't been on the show in a year. Why come out this week and say it? To me, it just seems like they're gearing up towards a return for her. She costs because Charlotte might not be down to lose clean to Tiffy, so they had to do some backstage politicking and try to figure out a way to make everyone happy. And what better way than to rekindle the Becky and Charlotte feud?
That would be pretty interesting, especially seeing where that goes at post WrestleMania. Like that would be very interesting. Chris, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Tiffy on this one. I was leaning towards Charlotte at first because of the nuclear heat she was getting. It's like once again, we know heat creates cash. Like the biggest thing in pro wrestling, it's not always the biggest baby face. It is the biggest heel, especially a heel that everybody freaking hates and wants to see demolished. But this the lead up to this was always very cringy and very let's be real, Karen-y. It was like, man, this is horrible. This is like, what is it? Like the trash talk they was doing, it was just like, oh my god, like shut up, y'all, just shut up.
You didn't like when Charlotte said that Ludwig was in her DMs. You weren't a fan of that?
Oh my god, that was the ultimate like default. All right, like stupid and like she just sunned you
because she just roasted you. You gotta say
she
that.
just roasted the shot. So she just went to default mode. Oh, Kaiser's in my DMs. Like nobody's in your DMs. This is like this.
Yeah.
Like, if Kaiser's with Tiffy, trust me, he ain't in your DMs.
Just look at this picture right here, right? Like
that's what I'm saying.
Women,
like sweetheart,
why
like
would you?
Let's just respectfully, respectfully. We're not bashing nobody. We're just saying, if you got Tiffy, you're not worried about Charlotte. So like, it's like, but like I said, like what Hawk was saying,
I appreciate so that. Fucking canceled.
Yeah,
like the views expressed by the people.
Listen, we can talk. Yeah, like we can talk. We're gonna keep it real a little bit here, people. Sometimes, what's his name? But not be crude about it. But like I do like when Charlotte stepped it up a notch, got more aggressive, attacked her. Like forget the cringy trash talk stuff. Let's fight. You know what I mean? Like this now stuff y'all said a lot of personal stuff for each other. All right, make it interesting. Let's fight now. Like y'all gonna have y'all match. We'll see how it plays out. Will it be a little aggressive? Will Charlotte really try to test her or make it look like you're not on my level as far as wrestling? Or is it going to be very botchy and all over the place and people just like, let's just hurry up, count to 3 so we go to the next match?
Yeah.
See, this match to me here is easy.
Yeah,
It's
it's easy
Jacobs.
and it better be.
Yeah,
So,
it's Jake. The only way it's not easy is if Solo turns here. But I think it's easy. I think Jacob's time. He wins the belt. Boom. Next.
yeah,
I agree. I
yeah,
do think I no fault, Chris. What was you about to say?
I'm saying this is Jacobs. Even though he's been out, this is like his true coming out party of like, yeah, he's about to be. This is the step to him being the guy eventually.
Yeah, I do think they gave away their hand tonight, with LA Knight beating down Tama Tonga. So he was sent to the hospital tonight. Wink, wink. So I won't be surprised if he just happened to reappear again. You mean on Mania to give Jacob the assist? Not that he needs it, but like it would just tell that story that LA Knight didn't lose the title clean. So therefore it would continue the story between both Jacob and LA Knight.
To that point, though, Hawk, like unless they're coming out to turn on Jacob, I don't think they should be involved. I think you need to show that Jacob can beat. Like nothing for nothing, but like I love LA Knight, but I think LA Knight's caliber. If we're saying Jacob is the future, he shouldn't. They shouldn't need to give him outside help to win. You know what I mean? I think it makes him look weak a little bit.
Right. But it's kind of odd because LA Knight is facing Solo tonight. Like I'm like, why? Like that just don't make sense. But I do think it's all part of this story that's developing for this long-term feud between
unless
Jacob and LA Knight.
Unless maybe Jacob accidentally calls Solo tonight, and then tomorrow Solo
causes Jacob.
Favor.
That could be. That's a good thought. Like that
not be.
I mean, like we don't want it because.
But ultimately, that would I think like I'm probably taking a little bit too much time for this match. I apologize. But ultimately, right? Like if that happens, I would say like looking long-term storytelling. I would say starting a feud with Solo at Mania and then like SummerSlam time, beating Solo clean at SummerSlam, I think does more for Jacob's career than winning the title tomorrow.
Yeah,
long-term storytelling, I think it does more for him.
Right.
Yeah, long term it does, but I think they just want to start the caveat of this is the first step of making him one of the top guys eventually.
Yeah. They're getting a thrill out of who's the leader of the blood. This bloodline 2.0 now. Like it's Solo. Now it might be Jacob. Now might be Tonga whenever he come back.
Stop.
Oh my God.
Right? If next year's Mania isn't Roman Rock, it's Roman Jacob. Like that's the main event of Mania.
Yeah. I'm just curious to see how they're gonna curve to get to that story. Like I'm interested in seeing it.
But Jacob's gonna win one or the other. He's gonna win the Chamber or the Royal Rumble. I already got that in my future predictions.
Gotcha. Well, I almost hit play to go to the next screen. I forgot I already did it. Jade and Naomi.
Jade.
You going with Jade?
Jade.
I'm going with Jade as well. I thought it might be I was leaning towards Naomi at first to be as like a surprise when like she does something because she's a heel now. Like she does something heely and gets the shock like upset win because this is Jade's return and blah blah blah. But Jade just came back. She had some heat on her backstage. So even sometimes politics comes into that where they be like, you know what, this is us, bring you down a peg so you could like understand like you can't do things a certain way around here. But I still lean towards Jade. It just makes sense. She took you out. You were out for how long was she out for? Like months, like 3 months.
Yeah, it was just about.
Yeah, you were out for like 3 months. You come back. You had a great comeback. We beat the crap out of her at Elimination Chamber. That was badass. Everything. So, and it's still that Bianca stuff lingering in the air. We still don't know what's what between them two. So there's still a lot of stuff to play with that. But
they just kind of created the story tonight with Naomi interrupting Io, Rhea, and Bianca in the ring. So it looks like they're trying to involve that story again as we're leading into Mania.
Yeah, so we'll see about that. So, but just for prediction purposes, I'll still lean towards Jade.
Interesting. I got Jay. I'm still rolling with Naomi. I think
Yeah.
I think she's gonna stand on business. That's just my opinion. Like look, like she did it. She did it for Bianca. She did it for you.
Proceed with caution.
Right. Ray, El Grande Americana. who y'all got?
Oh, this one's tough, honestly. Because
Can I start?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I actually got El Grande to win this.
Really?
I think he's going to upset Ray. Like, to me, I feel like Ray's at the point he's already a Hall of Famer. Like, what more does Ray need to prove? Like,
Yeah,
I feel like
nothing
this
at all.
is I feel like this is going to be like that nod to for El Grande, aka Chad Gable, aka to be determined, to you know what I mean, like to take the next step, you know what I mean, in their career.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio. What's his name? But like, I think it's gonna be some weird word nonsense. There's like I think he's gonna win somehow. He unmasked Americano, but it's not gonna be Chad Gable. It's gonna be somebody else. And then the people are like, what the hell? And Chad comes out or something, attacks Ray or something like that. I don't know. But I just got like this. I just always had that word for like, all right, the first one like is eventually we're gonna find out is obviously Chad, but the first unmasking is not going to be him.
Right.
It's gonna be his doppelganger, whoever the hell they get to be that. So what's that? So I'm gonna go with Ray. It's gonna be unmasking, but it's not gonna be Chad. And yeah, that's it. Then they're gonna continue it further because they want to continue this rivalry for some reason, but they will for at least a couple more weeks.
Joey, who you got?
I'm gonna go with El Grande. I think Ray unmasked him, realizes it's not Gable, kind of gets caught off guard, and they're able to get the victory that way.
Interesting. So 2 for El Grande, 1 for Rey Mysterio. Next up, the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm about to say the War Dogs, the War Raiders going up against the New Day. Are we all in agreement that the New Day wins?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh wait, sorry, my fault.
What if this is the WrestleMania moment?
What
if Big E costs New Day?
Oh, you know what? That could be possible because what's the name? Kofi recently had put up his WrestleMania moment and he removed Big E from the picture.
Oh, jeez.
I think that could be a hit. Like that could be the biggest pop of the night, right? Like he comes back and just does his finisher to Kofi and Xavier and leaves. That could be huge, man.
That'd
be very huge.
The roof might lift on that one. And finally, the World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther defending the title against main event Jey Uso. Oh man,
you don't even gotta ask, man.
One word, yeet.
Yeet. How long have I been on this train for? I think I was on this train a whole hell of a lot longer than anyone else in this country.
This is true. This is very true.
One word, and it pays me to say it, but I'll say it. Gunther.
Oh, really? You rolling with Gunther?
No. No, that was being sarcastic.
Oh.
This is Jay's time. He'll finally earn that moniker of main event Jey Uso. So yeah, shout out to him. As I say, it's gonna be like, are they going to open night one?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what's reported.
Yeah, so that makes sense. You come out, you'll get the crowd be fresh, everybody be amped. You come out, they'll all be doing the yeet stuff. They'll go crazy. Like,
I think it's a double-edged sword, though, Chris. I do think it's a double-edged sword there, opening, because if he wins, I don't know if the crowd's ever going to recover, and if he loses, I don't know if the crowd's ever going to recover.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I'm saying. So
like
like I said, but I don't think they're gonna take the air out. That's because of that. I don't think they're gonna take the air out of the crowd for the first match. Like they want, WrestleMania first start, they want everybody locked in.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're not. So that's because of that. I don't think they will let Jay lose for that. They'll give him this moment. He'll go crazy. He'll have everybody
And then
eating
he'll
all over
lose
the
it on
place.
Monday.
Yeah, about to say, and he's gonna go on for the best 30-day reign we'll ever see.
Random running impromptu championship match with like Jack Swagger or somebody. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I think when he wins this belt tomorrow night, I think it's an open-ended book right now. I don't think they have an ending. So I think they'll wait to see, like, once they drop that merch, him with the title and shit. I think they're gonna see how good it sells. If it's a huge success, I think he gets a nice little reign. If it flops, I think he'll be a short title reign.
I think it's gonna sell crazy because he's still insanely over. So I mean, they ain't got no problem with that. It's gonna sell, but I think, even if it sells, I still think his title reign is not gonna be a long title reign. Jay's he's the hot thing right now. Like, give him all the credit in the world. I'm glad he's able to one of those guys who distanced himself from a personified tag team guy and made his own path. What's his name? But as far as a single top guy, like when you think about the top guy, like even when Kofi won, it was like I was so happy to see him win the championship, but I don't think nobody saw him as the top guy of the company. You just don't. You got your guys who are the top guys, faces of the companies. You just got your stars. You got your stars. You got your superstars.
You tell me what other superstar right now has their own cereal, okay? I know you're going to be eating tomorrow, watching Jay Uso win, eating your frosted yeets, all right?
The first one, that name just throws me soul off. It's like, bro, like this, yo, you eat them frosted yeets?
I tried to buy a box and they wanted $50 on eBay.
What?
Because they're not real cereal, right? It's only for the Fanatics shop.
Right,
yeah, like Bootios.
Yeah. All right. Main event, Jay Uso. You are not winning tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm fucking out of this. I
hate to do it. I really thought about this for some time, and I just look at the long-term storytelling they've done with Cody, and like how he's had these moments of triumph but was unsuccessful. And I think main event, Mr. Yeet, man, is falling into this role right now.
I don't know, man. Cody's story was way more intriguing and emotional than Jay.
But that's the thing. Like, this is really
you tell me when Roman bloodied Cody's brother up and strapped him to a rope, okay?
Yeah, I know, but like we seen that happen. What's the movie?
We seen it happen to Triple H
in Casino, and we saw
Casino Vegas.
Yeah, like I'm going with the ring now. Like,
why do you just feel like a Spanish flair to it?
So Joe Pesci's gonna come out with a bat, hit Jey Uso in his knee.
It's quite possible.
I just had the wildest idea, right? You know, I said earlier Donald Trump is gonna be.
Yeah.
What if he came out and just hit Gunther and was like, America first?
Stop it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Make America great again, one yeet at a time.
Oh shit. Yo. You know how quick the yeet would end?
I'm gonna say that'd be it for the yeet. I said that'd be it.
He came out with a hat and said, "Make America yeet again."
Oh shit.
Yo. Jay be like, no, sir.
No yeet.
I was about to say the no yeets would be back. Like
listen, who knows?
The hashtags would be get the yeet out of here.
After the comments that Roman made yesterday in Vanity, who knows?
Right.
You know?
But no, like just jumping back, like I don't know, for some reason, I I got Gunther winning this. Like, yeah, like despite the last couple of weeks, Gunther beat it down Jimmy. Uh, I don't know, for some reason I just can't put the nail on it, but I just see somehow Gunther picking up the win, probably by I don't want to say TKO, but by what's the
Bro,
name?
people
By
would
Jay
leave that
being
fucking
knocking
arena.
out.
What?
People would leave that arena if that show started.
The kid, you know, all the
by-
kids there, all the kids there would tell the parents take them home now. Like, take
Yeah,
me home.
right.
Uh,
That is
I
a
wanna
good
be-
point.
Yeah, like I would
Like
be
it's
here.
one thing to lose, but to knock them out,
Right.
like you're just asking for people to walk out of that fucking place.
They going boo heavy.
They're gonna
Like,
throw all their frosted yeets at the ring.
get the yeet out of here. Crazy. Let's jump right in there. Jumping right into nights.
Yeet.
Yo, seeing the yeet flakes all across the
All
Legion
across the-
Stadium.
it's like it's equivalent to when Hawk turned on
Yes.
NWCW.
On
The ring was
WCW.
just splatter with bottles. Instead of this, is gonna be frosted yeets all over.
Frosted
Yeah.
yeast everywhere.
Like, all right, folks, we're gonna start our next match. We just gotta finish up cleaning up all the frosty
They're
yeets.
Yeah.
They're gonna come on the microphone. Fans, do not eat the yeets off the floor.
Right.
Refrain from eating
Please.
the yeet.
Listen, wrestling fans aren't the smartest fans, right? They might be eating that shit off the ground.
Oh my god.
Like,
I
it's
can,
nuts.
I can hear the PA announcer now. Please refrain from eating the yeet.
First
Please.
thing, overwhelm people just throwing up from eating the fucking dirty
Yeah.
yeet.
Do,
Shit.
do
Right.
not eat the yeets, people.
Oh god.
That's gonna go on sale on eBay. I got that yeet for sale.
Yeah. It is already $35 on eBay.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But yeah.
Easily.
I hope I'm wrong though, but for some reason my gut says Gunther. I hate to do it. And I love Jay. Shout out to Main Event Uso.
Wow. I go for Jay, you go for Gunther.
Yeah, man. Like, you know.
What the hell is going on out here?
I can't wait to have our post show tomorrow night. I'm not even gonna say where. I'm just gonna every time you tweet me, I'm just gonna say yeet.
Yeet. I'm like, and next up, we talk about the Gunther, the Main Event Jay Uso.
Joey's like, yeet.
Yeet.
I'm like the Kermit me. I'm just gonna be sitting here sipping my drink.
Like, Joey, your thoughts?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah.
So I hate to get us off topic, but I know we're gonna lose Chris here soon. So I want to get through these matches. I apologize for keep getting us off. I think this is a spot where AJ Styles is looking to put over upcoming talent on his way out. And I think Logan wins this match.
Yeah.
I actually agree with you.
Yeah.
Why do you sound so shocked when you fucking said that?
Who, me?
Yeah, I actually agree. Like my takes are so fucking outlandish.
No, I was just saying I agree with you. There was no backstory on it.
Chris, how did that sound when he said it?
It's like, you know what, Joey? You're actually right for once.
You're actually right?
Really? No, I agree.
Wow, Joey's points are actually good for once. I agree.
Like, damn.
Stop it.
Like, damn. Joey's on point tonight.
Stop it. But no,
I agree with this fat white boy.
Y'all believe this shit, people?
Ew.
All right.
Oh my god.
Good for Joey.
What is going on here? Hold on, wait. Not to go way left, but somebody earlier today on the radio, because they was sending the text messages of their favorite superstars, and somebody texting Val Venus. I was like, no, yeah.
We know who they voted for in the election.
Yeah, I was like, no, y'all trolling. Y'all definitely trolling.
Have they not been following the shit that he's been saying the past couple of years?
Oh man, I have not.
Hello, ladies. Only if they're really born a lady.
Oh my gosh.
He's a real piece of shit. Let's just say that.
Okay, say no more. But I was like, really, of all names, like you had to come up with that person, like ridiculous.
That's a character that they did it now would be canceled so fast.
Oh
my god!
very quick.
So I'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, let's get back. Who you got?
Yeah, we should have a whole real quick. We should have a whole show where we talk about talent who would not fly nowadays.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
That's a good topic.
And also, are they going into the Hall of Fame?
That's a good, yeah.
Yeah, that would actually be dope.
Yeah, because there's people that's in the Hall of Fame. People are like, how the hell they get in the Hall of Fame? You got people who are probably more credentialed than them. And you think to yourself, are they going into the Hall of Fame?
You know what? In that case, I feel like if we were to debate, I believe the Shockmaster should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, technically he is.
Well, yeah. He's going in tonight. Right?
He's going in. Yeah. Earthquake. So
yeah, the natural disaster. But I mean, as the Shockmaster, though.
He's one of the Shockmaster.
The Shockmaster.
He's like
drops helmet. That's what the caption says.
Who the fuck thought it was a good idea just to buy a stormtrooper and bejewel it?
Bejewel it. Yeah, just bedazzled it.
Like nothing's more intimidating than a stormtrooper mask and a vest from old.
Then he had the voice. Wow, what was the voice? It's like, yeah.
Did he ever actually wrestle in a match?
Yes, like 2, and that was it.
I need to watch those because I don't even remember them.
He was in the War Games.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was in the War Games, and he actually won them the match. This is how my freaking vault of wrestling memories are. I just love wrestling so much. He won them the match by bear hug.
Oh my god!
And who tapped to him? Booker T.
Of all people, Book.
Of all people, Booker T.
Shockmaster, we coming for you.
What's he's watching the show right now, like saying, "Good, fuck that guy." Swerve.
Yeah, right.
Swerve's watching, like, fuck Booker.
I'm glad he dropped him, bastard.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right,
Hulk Hogan's coming for you.
Chris, who did you have winning this match?
My undying loyalty says AJ Styles, but my just being unbiased, I think this is a put over. That's what he's been doing lately. The last WrestleMania, like, he put over LA Knight. He's gonna put over Logan because, like I say, he's on his way out soon. So he's gonna be the company guy. He doesn't really care anymore about like giant wins, and he's just gonna make sure he puts on a really good match and make people just aware of, even though I'm getting up there in age, I'm still AJ, and I'm still one of the best, not just in the world today, but ever to do it. So, he'll make Logan look amazing.
Yeah, I'm going with Logan too. Like I said, it's one of those giving a rub, pause. Like he, probably be headed out soon. And this is just adding to Logan Paul, who's going to be, around for a little while. But yeah. I'm also going with Logan Paul on this one too. The women's tag team championship match. Can we all agree Liv and Raquel will retain?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think, and this is just my thoughts, I think Bailey's going back to Hill Bailey soon.
Yeah, she has. There's nothing interesting going on with her right now.
Yeah. Now this one,
woohoo!
Can we all agree?
Dominic No, not all. Ask me.
All right.
I can't agree.
Chris, your thoughts? Who you got winning this 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship?
The man, the myth, the legend. One of the greatest heels this company has ever seen. Not Triple H. not Randy Orton,
Damn, you're a big Finn Balor fan.
not Edge. Talking about the real demon, known as Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dom leaves Intercontinental Championship. He becomes the man, probably one of the greatest IC champions we've ever seen in the history of the WWE. Move over, Mr. Perfect. Move over,
All right,
Bret
thanks
Hart.
everyone for joining Steve Steps
Move
this week.
Dirty
We'll see you tomorrow
Dom
night after
Mysterio.
WrestleMania. Peace.
He will put on a 5-star classic. Well, not tomorrow,
What?
but he eventually
Sunday.
one day in his life, he will.
Where's Brock Lesnar when you need him? Come on.
I just say, Dom
But-
all day. Believe in Dom. Believe in Dom. Believe in Dom. Shout out to Dirty Dom, and it's gonna be crazy. He's gonna be the new leader of the Judgment Day. I see it already. It's coming.
So I agree with you there. But I think Penta wins this, honestly. I think they've been so behind him. They've invested a lot in him. I think you can have, right? Because obviously coming out of this match, we're gonna see Finn and Dom start a storyline. I don't know if the belt needs to be involved in that to have a storyline people care about, right? I think Penta needs the belt more here to show like he is like a true big deal, more than the Finn and Dom story needs it, right? Because you could have maybe like either Finn be getting ready to win the match and Dom pulls him off, or vice versa, Dom's about to win the match and Finn pulls him off. But no matter what, that storyline is what comes out of this. I think Penta comes out on top here.
You know what, Joey? I actually agree with you again. I do.
Holy shit.
Originally, I had Dom 1000% winning this match. Up until earlier today, and just, was looking back at some highlights throughout the course of the week, and just looking at how Judgment Day we're just looking at Finn like, yeah, man, yeah. Like, I'm like, yeah, they gonna beat the brakes off of Finn at some point. And Penta, newest on the roster, got a great buzz. Why not put the title on him? Braun, he's pretty much earned his spot. He can venture out and do something on a mid-card level with anyone. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him, start getting into like a run with a top tier individual who may not have a title at this moment. But Dom and Finn sells itself. So like I can see something like the two of them going into Backlash next month. So, and that doesn't necessarily need the title. And then maybe Dom circle back to Penta for SummerSlam, and he finally get that title from Penta.
Real quick, I know GCW's been at Hammerstein and shit like that.
Yeah.
That shot they just show when they opened this card for Spring Break was one of the most impressive shots I've seen. Had an independent show, maybe ever.
Oh man, I gotta put it on. I'm putting
That
it on
crowd
right
is
now.
fucking insane.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Shoot, at least stay in the seats. Cause I know, like, was it Wednesday? Like, it was nobody in there.
Well, that was a late ad, right? That wasn't originally part of the collective. People fly in for Thursday. No one's even there Wednesday night.
Right.
I knew that crowd would suck.
Right.
But they're saying 1,500 tickets were sold for this show. Like
nice.
That shot right there is impressive.
Yeah. Looking at it now.
Over the corner like that.
Yeah, was that violence?
Yeah. Zombie.
They actually got me liking that song. In my head. Sean Wood checking in. Joey, he talking to you. He said send him the link for GCW. Thank you, Sean. He know how to get to you, Joey.
Look it up, Sean.
He's like, I know where Joey at. Let me go hit him up.
I don't know why he didn't fucking text me.
Thanks for watching the show, though.
Yeah, right. Appreciate you. What's up, Sean? Next up, this funny as shit,
He heard He heard that we were doing a show now, 97.5, so he had to.
Oh, nice. Yeah, right. Appreciate it. Shout out to my cousin too, Ty Johnson, the best show ever. You know what I mean? Throwing a plug out there earlier today. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, women's world championship triple threat match. Chris, who you got?
Shocker. Going with Bianca Belair. Just because I'm being biased, honestly. It's messing around. Honestly, it's messing around going to be EO because it's to me it's the easiest story of, you know, she's the one of she doesn't matter as much. Pretty much, it's like she's constantly got to prove. Like she keeps yelling out, "I'm the champion, I'm the champion."
Yeah,
And there's the other two ladies who are the bigger stars. Let's be real. They're just like trying to little sister her, keep just pie feasting her and push her out of the way. Like you don't matter as much as us, blah blah blah. So it's the thing of, you know, these other two ladies both already had their WrestleMania moments. Bianca's had multiple. Rhea has hers the last 2 years between being Charlotte and Becky. So she's definitely had her WrestleMania moments, big moments. So this might be Eos right here. She beats two of the two biggest names in women's wrestling in WWE, and Bianca and Rhea. So I want Bianca, but I have a weird feeling they're gonna go with EO, and because somehow too, I think that, like I said, the Naomi thing is gonna play a part somehow in this too. So, but with this being said, I think EO pins Rhea, not Bianca. Was that? I think they got this thing of they want to continue this thing.
So, are you picking EO or Bianca?
No, I'm picking EO. I just have one Bianca. What's his name? But okay. I'm picking EO. I think they also want to do this thing of, you know, they got this thing of Bianca being undefeated at WrestleMania. I think they want to continue that for a little bit longer, even though technically she would lose this match. They would try to swerve it to she's never been pinned at WrestleMania.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Did your stream just shit out?
Yeah, to like Holly band something.
Yeah,
yeah, for like
I was like, this must be some GCW shit.
Well, no, so the guy jumped off the top of the stage, and you didn't even see the jump. It literally jumped to like a promo or something.
Somebody in the production fat finger was like, "Oh, sorry,"
or someone in production just fucked up, but when got a $500 just slipped to him real fast.
Yeah, right.
For putting that logo up.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Rhea here. I never understood why I took it off her to begin with. I'm going with Rhea.
I'm actually going to go with Bianca because I think, you know, WWE are a bit sentimental to streaks. And with her being 4-0, I think they're going to continue that streak and then somehow finesse their way as far as like when they're having like a future WWE draft or whatever. And then Bianca, Naomi, like all of them going to move over to Raw and, you know, continue the story.
I think the ultimate long-term storybook in the end is going to be Bianca versus Rhea 1-on-1 at WrestleMania. So I predict that for next year. I think all this is like a caveat to them finally having that 1-on-1 match.
Right. You know what? Not mentioned was the Sin City match between Drew and God damn it. Well, I'm having a brain fart.
Damian Priest.
And Damian Priest.
Drew.
I'm about to say we all agree Drew.
I'm about to say Drew. Yeah, Drew.
So, all right. Got you. All right.
So I think Drew has a part in this match.
In this match?
I do. If you've noticed, I don't know if he's just being funny or what.
You talk about John Cena a lot.
And The Rock a lot.
Yeah.
And The Rock, remember, originally he did 3.
Yeah.
Then he did 2. I think you might have 3 people that are joining him. I think Drew might be one of those people.
The third one is Travis Scott.
Or the third one is I don't know. I think it's gonna be a wrestler though, because Travis Scott was already there and he still had 2 fingers up.
I'm just joking. Fuck Travis Scott. Like, okay,
I just think Drew has a part in it.
If it's not Drew, now this is out of way left field, and honestly, I'm not totally sure what the reception would be. Could it be
D'Lo Brown?
No, Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, and being like the enforcer for
Is that
you
why
know,
he wore the New Japan shirt the other day?
maybe,
Possibly. Huh.
Yeah,
Okay. John Cena wins.
I think John Cena wins.
John Cena wins.
Yeah, and that way, but also too, like that. I don't know, for some reason, I can also see like maybe Rock, maybe like recruiting Heyman to like form this like big ass alliance for like it'd almost be like the new corporation. You know what I mean? Like when they were all together, and then now you got this new corporation together, to go through the rest of the 2025.
You have the guys. You have your top. You got to be Cody or Roman and Punk, or Punk. Unless Punk's with Heyman.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just a theory. You know what I mean? I could see
Honorable
something
mention.
like that.
Honorable mention. People. We didn't forget. Randy Orton's going to be facing a mystery person.
Oh yeah.
His name.
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis. I don't think it's going to be a return.
Is this Jordan Oliver?
I think so.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say, look at they showing all the X-rays and stuff up there. Yeah.
Let's go.
His name is, how does John Cena wins this match clean?
Hell no. Not a chance. Not a chance he wins this clean. Like, I mean, because this is going to be the one that has all the shits happening. I don't know if it's going to be as long as both Cody and Roman's match was last year. Personally, no. I hope not.
Like I said, that match to me was way too long. I was like, I enjoyed it, but I'm like, damn, I was cold. Probably because I was cold as shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, this match is going way too long right now. Like
it was cinema. Damn it.
But yeah, plus I don't think John Cena's gonna go that long in the ring. It's like you just not. So I give him, so maybe it's probably gonna be like a 15-minute match.
Yeah. No, I ain't gonna say 15. This would definitely go at least 30.
I don't know about 30.
This will crack.
I give him 19.5.
19.5. Huh.
Shout out to the Klondike bar. You see it in the bottom corner?
Yeah. No, for some reason I think maybe at minimum 20. But I don't think it's gonna go 15. 15 seems that's relatively short, especially for a Mania. Mania is supposed to be where you're it's like your showcase, your Super Bowl showcase.
Yeah, they be rushing matches though, so I guess to see as long as nobody goes over.
Right. Yeah, but yeah, so there you have it. WrestleMania night 1 and night 2 going down this weekend. Streaming exclusively on Peacock. Those watching us international, going down on Netflix. So definitely going to be a jam-packed event. Tomorrow night,
live after.
Yep, post show going down immediately following WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. So you know what I mean. Those that's checked in tonight, definitely check back with us again tomorrow. You know what I mean. Share your thoughts. As far as like the show, and you know, we keep that turnbuckle talk going, you know what I mean, going into tomorrow. So I'm actually excited now. Like, look, I was ready to throw everything away the last couple of weeks. And man, Mania. Like
I was just telling my wife, I said, yeah, I'm definitely spoiled from last year. So it was like from all the events, and I was like, man, we did Wally Mania, you guys did the collective and all that shit. I'm like I saw my guys from England that I follow on the YouTube wrestling channel. Like I was like, you know what I mean? So I was like, then we saw Mania. I was like, it was a great week of things going on. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Then next year we just like, all right, just gonna watch it. Home. Like
Gonna be clenching the fist on the couch like, oh god damn it.
He was like, my boy kept asking me the whole lead like months ago. He's like, "Are you going to Mania? You going to Mania?" I said, "Dude, no." I said, "I don't have tens of thousands of dollars to just throw away." Like on my card. It was like, dude, like how much it's gonna cost? Yeah, that's an investment. That's not even like a fun thing. That's an investment. It's like between the money you put on flights, rooms, the actual WrestleMania tickets, then you gotta eat. It's like this, you gotta eat while you're out there. You got like there's a lot going on. If you want to see any little shows between that, you got to pay for that too. So I was like, nah, I'm just when I went to Mega Millions of Powerball, yeah, I'm at the
yeah, no, I feel you. Real quick on the George, spring break front, Alec Price and Jordan Oliver just defeated Violence. What was it? Violence
is forever.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say Violence by Design. Is that a group somewhere?
I heard
Violence by Nature or something like that.
But
it's a female group.
Right. I was gonna say I've heard them. Can't remember where.
I think that was the chick. She's not in WWE anymore.
I know you're talking about. But
Mandy Rose, I think.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow night to Violence by Design was TNA.
That's what it was. There we go.
Okay.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. I was like, wait, why did it sound familiar? I actually just watched a match with them, like on their Impact.
It was like Macklin.
Impact
No, was it Macklin or Diener and like Eric Young and Rhino and
right. Like it was a lot of them. I know that much. But so all right, gentlemen. I knew we at the hour and 6 mark. Chris, I know you about to roll. Joanna, we about to tap into Joey Janela's spring break. So, still a good ass night of wrestling. And for those night owls, we do got For the Culture going down at 2:59 a.m. Eastern time.
Stacked card,
11:59 Pacific time. Definitely one hell of a card. So,
if you see Dudley's versus Hardy's tonight,
hopefully, that'd be great. That'd be great. To be able to see it
at its finest, people.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody. This was Still Steps WrestleMania 41 preview edition.
Haven't done this in a while.
Wilson, Mr. Joey Woods, I am Politic and Hawk. Again, post show immediately following night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania tomorrow, and we'll talk to y'all shortly. Peace.